lifestyle. Young homie, you really gotta realize that the lifestyle you see other people live is a lie. It's a lie they've been carrying with them since they were 2 years old and they told their mother, no, it wasn't me. It's a lie that they don't know how to get out of. It's a lie that they keep perpetrating, and to the point where they start to believe their lies themselves. It's not a lifestyle. It's a style of lying that it looks like a lifestyle, so we're going to call it a lifestyle. Because that's what most people are living. When I was growing up, right, coming up out of Compton, you don't know what the world is really about. You keep looking at other people, just like you know what I mean? You're walking around, you're seeing other people, and you see them having things and living a certain way. And you say to yourself, you know what I'm saying, they must have figured it out. And then what these motherfuckers never tell you is that they didn't figure it out. They just following what somebody else told them to do. And they trying to live that style of lying that someone else lied to them about. The bad thing about it, young homie, is that somewhere around the age of 30, if they really up on it, they realize this is bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? There comes a point where you realize this is bullshit. But this is where the funny part kicks in. Instead of them lacing you and telling you to go another way, they reinforce it. You understand what I mean? They come and tell you that they worked hard through college. Now, if you didn't come up in some kind of rough time, or you don't have some kind of learning disability, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck was so hard about college? What was it in college? You learned how to discipline yourself? Why should we clap and reward you for you learning how to discipline yourself? The fuck is that? You learn how not to shit on yourself. You want us to clap every time you don't learn how to shit on yourself? See, they're lying. Let me tell you something else about college that you don't know, because you don't realize that some of y'all cats didn't go there, and y'all probably working under people who supervisors and they went to college. You don't have to ask them this because you don't want to get in trouble and fuck up your chips, but ask them, what did they go to college for? And about, I would say 85% of motherfuckers who were black went to school and they were communication majors. That's always seemed to be the number one thing. Now, communication majors like a reporter, or you know what I mean, someone on the radio or something. And then instead they work at the local DMV and shit, or wherever the hell you work, homie. The UPS and shit, they work there. Ask them, what in college helped them to get this job? What is it that they learned in college? I can tell you what you learned in college. You learn macro and microeconomics. You learn marketing. You might learn a whole host of things, psychology. None of that shit related to that job. Not one bit. Right? So if they're so damn proud to go through college, none of it related to their damn job that they have right now. They read a lot of books, homie. Well, I always encourage you on the RNG to read a lot of books. If I put the recommended books up, you can learn the same shit they learn. You can learn other shit. You'll be just as smart and articulate and eloquent and persuasive and manipulative as you want, as those motherfuckers are. You know what I'm saying? But nothing in college is, most people in college didn't go or are not what they went to college for. Unless you run into some dudes who are like an engineer or a computer scientist, or some people who are pure to this game and went straight through and became what they wanted to become. Otherwise, the majority of us did not go to college and become what we thought we were going to become. You know what I mean? So for me to turn around and tell you it's a, you know, hey man, you know, I learned a lot in college. Nah, I was just exposed to a lot of shit in college. You understand what I mean? And I'm one of few that decide to use the things that I learned in college, whether that be psychology, philosophy, marketing, or anything else I've learned in college, and I use it for my benefit. I use it on the rise and grind. I use it to help people. You understand what I mean? But the majority of people ain't doing that shit. So they're lying. They're lying, saying they qualify to have this job because they learned so much in college. That's a lie. You understand what I mean? And then they move on with that lie. And then they join other groups of liars together, and they form the United Lion group of motherfuckers of wherever, of Milwaukee and shit. But you know what I mean? And then they think because they went here or they did this. This is the game you need to learn about college. Unless you're specialized, you're generalized. You know what I'm saying? When I went to law school, that was a specialized school for law. I learned law. We didn't learn anything else. I didn't learn no random shit on the side. I only learned law. You understand what I mean? But when I was in college, that was general shit. You understand what I mean? It wasn't all economics like my degree is. It wasn't all, that was my major. And even that shit was general. So in other words, unless you're specialized, you're generalized. And if these motherfuckers don't have a specialized degree, a specialized something, they're general. And that means they're lying. Because it ain't nothing in philosophy class that's gonna help you to fucking do FedEx. You understand what I mean? Or going to help you run a school district or anything else. They like to hold themselves up to a certain point. That's why I say it's a lifestyle. They've been lying so long, they've created a lifestyle of lying. They believe it themselves. This is what you have to know when you don't go to college and you feel intimidated by these people. Because some of you cats sit next to these people, and I know you do. You sit back and say, what kind of motherfucker what kind of dumb motherfucker is this above me? He just went to college. And you know he don't even know how to do his job because nothing at that college taught him how to do his job. So now he wants to walk around and put you down and make you feel bad. Or maybe he didn't even do that. Maybe you feel bad because you're inferior and you feel lesser than. But you shouldn't. Their whole life is a lie. You got to understand the natural shakeout of business and life in general. And that is, there aren't too many motherfuckers who are smart. The rest of them are worker bees, homie. The rest of them are on the plantation working and doing what somebody else says to do. You understand what I mean? That's just the nature of the game, period. But when you have people who get up and make a lifestyle of lying, what can you do? And they did it so much that a lot of you cats are intimidated by it. You understand what I mean? You walk into him and you say, well, he's college educated. I should listen to him. What the fuck did he learn in college that would make me listen to him? See, this is the thing. This is why I feel it's my duty to tell you something. See, a lot of you cats don't get to mix in the circles of people that I get to mix into. You understand what I mean? And chop it up with people who, you know what I'm saying, who think they're the shit that, they're God shit. Not just the human shit. This is the shit of God. You understand what I mean? They think they are the one coming out of the anus of God onto this earth. And you look at them and you say to yourself, you ain't that goddamn smart, you dumb motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You can't even get your mind right. You can't get your grind right. You can't get your life right. Why the fuck would I listen to you? You understand what I'm saying? Because you haven't gotten there yet. See, if you don't get to these points in life, you believe what they say. You believe these people are great. You believe these people are anointed by God. And then guess what? Because these motherfuckers are so much of an egomaniac and nobody's going to catch them on it, they turn around and say, yeah, I'm great. I did this when nobody else was doing it. Yeah, I'm part of the National Association of Big Ass Liars. And we all get together and lie together. You know what I'm saying? About how hard it was to go to college. And how hard it was to get a job. When realistically, the job they got, they just sat there. And you know that because you've been watching them. He didn't do nothing special. The motherfucker sat there. He was the next slave up, homie, to get the next job. He didn't bring nothing valuable to the table. And if most of the people who are really educated or so-called educated, book educated at least, they can tell you straight up. They look at other people and say, that motherfucker, man, he didn't do nothing. See, they create this grand lie. It's like anything else, homie. It's this way the whole game is set up. They create this grand lie. And what they do is they make you feel bad that you're not part of the lie. You understand what I mean? What school did you go to? You went to a black college. Oh, black colleges are not as good as so-and-so. Why? Because you learned the same book and a white dude told you? You understand what I mean? What are you, a motherfucking puppet? You understand what I mean? A white dude was behind your back saying, hey, come to White Guy University and now you have a better school. It's the same goddamn books. You understand what I mean? So they keep coming up with all these reasons. They're lies, but they come up with all these reasons to kind of make you feel inferior. And like I said, let me rewind to the very beginning. When I grew up in Compton, right, I didn't know a lot. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I'd go over to another neighborhood. Next neighborhood over was like Carson. I would go over there and say, damn, them motherfuckers paid, man. I had a couple of boys from Carson and shit, and we roll out, and then they pops would have a Jeep or some shit. I got a goddamn bucket, homie. I got a motherfucking Mercury Capri in this a Z or something on the streets in this motherfucker. But the thing is, I'm thinking they paid, but that was my ignorance. That was my naivete of not knowing what the world is about. You know what I'm saying? Now I come back to the same area when I come through to get my hair cut or whatever. I come through and I see the motherfucker. I say, man, this shit is, these motherfuckers, man, you didn't do nothing. You stayed at one job for the rest of your goddamn life. You probably a college graduate and you stayed in one job. And you've been there your whole life. It's no different from me walking in and talking to the cats up in the bar in the post office or the ladies at the DMV. You know what I'm saying? If two of y'all stay in the goddamn DMV, the motor vehicles department, whatever y'all call it, might be MVA in Baltimore or something else, but if y'all stay there forever, motherfucker, you gonna have enough to go do that. But they didn't do nothing great. You know what I'm saying? If they came back and told you, I was college educated and then I got me a job, they picked me up. It ain't like the motherfuckers put them for the NFL draft, homie. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like this motherfucker can homeboy out of Detroit, the wide receiver, Megatron, homie. It ain't like he wanted them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? The rest of these motherfuckers are filler. They not even on a team. They didn't make it to the NFL. These motherfuckers are filler. You see, in this game, they take a mediocre motherfucker, and this is what they are. They really average, and maybe sometimes below average. And they tell them, look, we gave you a spot, and go ahead and fight to be a little bit above average. These motherfuckers are average. They weren't the straight A students in college, motherfucker. They weren't the ones who mastered accounting. You know what I'm saying? They just lying. And you got to be able to see the difference when people are lying to you, young homie. And you got to stop being intimidated by it. And you got to stop thinking that what they have is so important. They will keep running on that lie. I'll give you an even better example. I like to use it all the time because it's just proper timing. Everyone in this recession, most of these people who lost their houses were college educated people, weren't they? Right? It's not like poor people. They want to blame it on poor people. Poor people got all these mortgages. It wasn't the poor people, because a poor person, if you don't have that much money, motherfuckers wasn't giving you a $500,000 home. For you to lose a $500,000 home means you would have some chips in your pocket already. So these motherfuckers, they are the ones who lost that house. They're the one who signed up a adjustable rate mortgage. You understand what I mean? They're the one who were taking a chance. These motherfuckers were dumb. They weren't smart. You understand what I'm saying? If smart people do smart things all of the damn time, it's very hard to be dumb once you're smart. You understand what I'm saying? If you won't see a smart motherfucker make too many mistakes in life. Right? That's just life. If you play basketball with a dude, it don't matter. Let's say he was the best dude kind of your neighborhood, right? And he was always good ever since he was 5. There's hardly a day when you will see him not be pretty good, right? Just think about it for a second. It's just nature. You know what I'm saying? If you're good, you're good. If you weren't good, you might have glimpses of being good. You might make lucky shots, but you're not good consistently, right? These motherfuckers who you believe are better than you, doing better than you, have things more than you, live a lifestyle you want, are lying. They're mediocre. And you getting close enough to them to notice that they're mediocre means you're probably a little bit better than average. You're better than mediocre. Because it takes a smart man to recognize dumb shit. You understand what I'm saying? So if you run into anybody, if you at your job and you say, this motherfucker's dumb, how do you know he's dumb? Just think to yourself for a second. How do you know? The only way you can know is because you see something that motherfucker doesn't see. Right? And if you see things that other people don't see, that is a part of being intelligent. Right? That's just normal. Keep running with that. The whole reason behind this podcast is to let you know that these people, they're liars. They created a lifestyle of lying. They rent their existence. They do dumb shit with their money. They lie about them having a hard time getting through college. They lie about moving up in the corporate ladder. They lie. You understand what I mean? The whole idea is a facade. Motherfuckers can't afford a $5,000 suit. He only bought one. It was a gift to himself for feeling like he's not mediocre. You understand what I'm saying? He can't really afford that BMW. It was a gift to himself. He went negative to go positive. He actually is down $600 and only eating top ramen so he can come outside and look like it. But since you so used to the street shit, you think only the street motherfuckers are that way. Nah. We don't make up enough of the population to fuck things up. You understand what I'm saying? There's another general bigger population of lying motherfuckers. And then they form a group. And then your dumbasses, you don't know any better, you try to join their group. And then they tell you need a secret handshake, or you need to go through this, or you need to swear allegiance, or you need to say, I remember somebody was telling me some fraternity, well, we break you down so we can build you up. Motherfucker, I don't need to be broke down. I'm superior. I came into this game gunning. You know what I'm saying? You can add a winner or you can add losers, motherfucker. You can decide for yourself. You know what I'm saying? But it's one of those things where you say, they're trying to make sure that you don't recognize that they're lying, that they're actually mediocre people. Think about it for a second, young homie. All these groups you see around you right now, every last one of them, fraternities, sororities, right? There might be 100, 200, 300 black men in these fraternities. 500 in the sororities, 500 women in the sororities, right? And they haven't done not one significant thing around you yet. Why? They're smart. They're college educated. Why haven't they built something? Don't you think that would be the full manifestation of you being smart? Why haven't they put up a big ass statue of themselves, of a symbol of how intelligent they are? Why? Because you're going to find out that the majority of motherfuckers you run into in this life are average or below average, and that they're holding up a fake facade. If you look down the street right now, young homie, you go to the rich area. Let's go to the middle class rich area. I don't want to go to the rich area. The rich area, they probably got their chips right. The middle class rich area. If you knew how to, some of you cats are realtors, you can check and see how many people are underwater on their house, or how many people are living, has a Mercedes out front, but owe $400,000 on their home. They're lying. And they physically manifest this lie into their clothes, into the way they walk, into the way their titles on their goddamn shirts. They're lying. You gotta understand, young homie, where you are right now, you see it. I've been seeing it my whole motherfucking life. This sarcasm you hear in my voice is because it's been with me my whole life. I've been able to sit there with teachers and say, motherfucker, you ain't living too good. You can't even get out of this shit if you don't like teaching us. You can't even leave this motherfucker. So you must not got your money right. You must not got your hustle right. You don't get it yet. I want you to understand that there's a style of lying that is so pervasive in the world, in the country, in your city, on your block, at your job. You understand what I mean? And so many motherfuckers have bought into it that it intimidates you. It makes you feel that somehow you're not right. But you see it, homie. You got that insight. You see it. And once you're seeing that a motherfucker's lying, you know that he's not what he say he is. They created a whole life of lying. And they believe it and they reinforce it. Most of the people you will ever meet in your life are mediocre. They will always be mediocre. You understand what I'm saying? They have not extended themselves and done not one great thing in their life. You understand what I'm saying? These are the sons of middle class and women of middle class kids who think because they didn't fuck up their daddy's money that somehow I'm supposed to sit down and make them great or feel that they're great. Sometimes I run into people who are the son and daughter, whatever, third cousin of motherfuckers who's supposed to have did something. And they say, oh, you know, that's so-and-so's son. That's, you know, that's Barack Obama's daughter. That's cool, you know, that's Barack Obama. Barack Obama's that dude. You a nobody, homie. What the fuck I'm worried about you for? Mediocre ass motherfucker. Improve on something. Let me give you something for my people who come from the bottom, for you to have in your back pocket for the rest of your life. If you got up from the bottom, you're already great. If you're attempting to get up from the bottom, you're already great. We don't live no lie. I don't live a motherfucking lie. You can come down my block and see if that's really where I grew up at. You can ask for me by name, motherfucker, and they'll tell you who the fuck I am. You understand what I'm saying? I have stories from people when they were with me in Baltimore, Philadelphia, New York, Miami, motherfucking Puerto Rico of what I was able to do. You know what I'm saying? No ghost stories here. No lies. You understand what I'm saying? But the rest of these motherfuckers are lying. And once you realize that, you understand what I'm saying? You won't be subject to them. I laugh at motherfuckers. I know this is going to sound bad, so let me just go ahead and throw in my cocky moment. I laugh inside, not outside, at all these motherfuckers who think they did something in life. All they did was go to class just like me. But I did something with my shit. They still sitting on their shit. It's the same goddamn story of the talents. If you ever read the Bible, I know a good chunk of you cats believe in the Bible. Read it again. And there's a story of the talents. I don't know where it is. Somebody put it up on here for everybody. But in the story, there's a father with sons. He sends them out with some talents, and they come back. Some lose them, some try. And you know what I'm saying? And one of them sat there and did nothing. And the one who sat there and did nothing, his father doesn't reward him with anything. This is what the majority of these motherfuckers who live in the lifestyle, this lifestyle, are doing. They didn't do anything with their talents. They just went to goddamn school. You understand? And then they're going to form a group. And you're going to run into them. And one day you're going to see me there, homie. Because, you know, I'm a chameleon in this game. I can blend in with so many bitches to this game. It's not a problem with me. You understand what I mean? But you're going to see me there. And you're going to see me put my head down and smile a little bit. Because I don't believe them. I know they're lying. Because if you meet someone in your life who's really about it, you'll feel it. You'll see it. You'll see them do it. But what you see right now is a whole bunch of liars. Their whole life has been a lie. Like I said, since they were 2 years old, someone said, who knocked over the goddamn milk? Was it you? It wasn't me, Mom. That's these motherfuckers. They've been lying since day one. Don't live the lifestyle of a liar. Live the lifestyle of the hustle, homie. Let's get this money. Let's actually build things and do things. But don't get intimidated by the majority of people who lying. Just recognize it and call them a bitch that they are, homie. Oh, never mind. Don't even call them nothing. Just call it a day. Be about your chips, man. Build your empire. Next time, partner.
How can it be? She wrote a number down. It's here in front of me. Don't understand.